So I am sitting in an empty lot in my neighborhood in southern Connecticut, and I'm just thinking about how much better this space could be used than how it's being used right now. So right now it's just a big lawn. And a land butts right up against a park. And neighbors have come in and started to build a small garden in one corner of the lot. But it's a really big space, and I think it has a lot of potential to be something more than just a lawn or just another house. So hopefully I can be a part of turning this lot into some sort of community space, some sort of garden space. It's kind of an attempt to rewild and reconnect this land with its environment, and in doing that hopefully reconnect the people that live in this neighborhood to the environment and to each other. Of course, there are a lot of roadblocks in doing something like this, but I think I'm just going to start building. Going to start making a garden, compost area, things like that, and hopefully it takes on in the community in my neighborhood, and more people see the same vision that I see, because I really think that with suburbs, land is the commodity. I mean, we have so much land, and it's so poorly used in so many areas. And by that I mean there's absolutely no thought being put into any sort of relationship between what we're building and what already exists. Everything is just built directly on top. Things are dug, things are cut, things are destroyed with very little regard for the consequences that has on the natural environment. I think suburbs, as people are realizing, are a huge waste of space, huge mismanagement of space and of materials. And it's a huge problem, I think, across the US, and particularly in areas where there are more suburbs. I also think it's a really daunting problem for a lot of reasons. There's so many reasons why some place like this is a terrible use of space and a terrible use of materials, and creates and promotes a terrible connection to our environment, and really disconnects us from our environment. So there are a lot of reasons to just continue. So I really encourage anybody watching this to go outside wherever you live, whether that's in a city, whether that's in a suburb, whether it's rural, whether it's in the US or not, to go out in your space and just look around. And I think the more you start to do that, the more you'll start to see maybe opportunities to better your community, to better your immediate environment. I think so many of us are caught up in work and making money and problems going on halfway across the world, that we're neglecting our immediate physical environment, and the space that we inhabit every day, the spaces that we go through. And that's not to put any blame on any one person or on any people for doing this. I think there are a lot of reasons why we do it. There are a lot of ways that we isolate ourselves, and that our environment isolates us from others. Cars, technology, a lot of houses, a lot of work. But if we can find ways to be present in our immediate environment, and make our environments places that we want to spend time in and that we want to be, I think we'll all be a lot happier for it. And who knows, maybe it'll help solve some of these global issues that we're facing. But probably not.